Okay, now for updates on Doge hitting the IRS. This is probably my favorite out of all of them, with the U.S. aid, the Department of Education, which is just another shitbag organization that has been pushing transgenderism, LGBTQ plus minus divided by sign ideology through schools throughout the nation, and forcing this on our children and forcing it on parents. The Department of Education is another one that needs to be wiped out or wiped clean and started over. One of the two things. Now they're at the IRS. Here's an update on that.
Satisfying Doge update today. The Department of Government Efficiency has arrived at the IRS. This gang of brilliant young men have been terrorizing the bureaucrats who treat our federal budget like monopoly money, exposing tremendous waste, saving the country $1 billion every day. The details shocking many people who had no idea how ugly and wasteful Washington really is with our hard-earned money. What Doge is exposing will make it much harder for Americans to be compliant with the tax man, who wants to send Washington a huge chunk of their paycheck if they're going to spend it on condoms in Africa and promoting transgenderism in Latin America. And as your government wastes about a quarter of every dollar that you send them, when you don't pay them, you notice that the IRS likes to throw you in prison. So when Elon's team showed up today at the IRS, let's hope they felt the same panic of every American who's ever received a notice of audit from them.
Yes, I am very happy to hear that. It's just a bunch of shitbags at the IRS that steal our money, audit us, look into a potential mistake that was made, and then send us a bill instead of sending us a refund. I won't shed any tears about any shitbags losing their jobs at the IRS. In fact, you can shut the whole goddamn thing down as far as I'm concerned. But Musk's Doge, seeks access to the IRS database housing Americans' tax information, sources tell ABC News. Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency has requested access to a sensitive IRS data system that retains personal tax information on millions of Americans. Two sources familiar with the matter told ABC News. The system, known as the Integrated Data Retrieval System, or IDRIS, has been used by the IRS employees to review tax information, issue notices to taxpayers, and update taxpayer records. According to the files, access, which is tightly controlled within the agency, had not been granted as of this weekend, several sources told ABC News. Still, the request itself is being seen with alarm both within the government and among privacy experts who say access to American private taxpayer data by Musk could be extraordinarily dangerous. Yeah, it's perfectly safe with all those scumbags in the IRS and the Democrats. Musk, estimated to be the richest man in the world, has criticized federal judges for curbing his power and called for their impeachment. Musk has also alleged without evidence or examples of wrongdoing that federal workers were defrauding taxpayers. That's what they claim, that there's no evidence of it. That's bullshit. We do find it rather odd that there are quite a few people in the bureaucracy who have ostensibly a salary of a few $100,000, but somehow manage to accrue tens of millions of dollars in net worth while they're in that position. Yeah, we'd all like to know that too, especially with the insider trading with Nancy Pelosi. Earlier this month, Doge employees demanded access to the Treasury Department's vast federal payment system responsible for managing trillions of dollars in government expenditures. The access triggered a lawsuit by 19 states and has been temporarily blocked by a federal judge. I'm willing to bet all of those are Democratic states. Sources say one Doge staffer arrived at the IRS last Thursday seeking meetings with various offices about how the IRS collects and manages data and what each business unit within the IRS does. It is not clear whether the staffer made the request to access IDRS or if it came through via the White House. The White House did not respond to ABC News' request for comment at the time. According to the Washington Post, which reported the development, the IRS is considering a memorandum of understanding that would give Doge official access to several systems, including the IDRS. So they can whine and moan and have the gnashing of teeth all they want, but in the end, they will comply. And Trump is working towards helping all the American citizens. Anyone that's out there right now pissing and moaning about how this is bad, you need to stop Elon Musk, and you need to get them out of there, are people that are not your friends. They hate this country. They have no real clue what's going on. They are the dumbest people that humanity could possibly offer. Anyone that's fighting back against the exposure of the mismanagement of taxpayer dollars is a moron or a traitor who's in on it. I can't I can't really tell you what else other than that. I could not be happier that they're in the IRS. I hope they gut the damn thing, fire the 87,000 that Dementia Joe hired, and then put it down to a bare minimum and start giving taxpayers their money back. So Elon Musk and Doge, keep up the good work. And Trump as well, doing the work of the taxpayer. 77 million people voted for all of this to happen. All the Democrats whining online that, oh, are you getting what you asked for? Are you happy now? Yeah, we're pretty fucking happy. Every time I get new news, I'm like, you remember that Bose commercial where the guy was sitting in the chair and then they turned the speakers on and he was like, ah! And his tie would go flying in the wind because they put a jet engine on and the guy's flying and just go crazy sound from whatever Bose or whatever company it is. That's how I feel every time I get new news from what Trump is doing and what Doge is doing. That's how I feel. Just absolute awesomeness happening all the time.